Mayor Adams trying to play the race card. All that they sent the illegals to those 4 cities because there were black people. Dude, the race card is fucking, it's stupid. It's stupid. These 4 cities were sanctuary cities, and I got proof.
Listen, that. So I want to just first of all, I just want you to state, because I listened to the Breakfast Club interview, and you were talking about why the migrants were here. Because I know I've been saying that for a long time about the different governors shipping them over here intentionally. Stuff. Because it's political. So I want you to state that for this show because it's a different audience, and I want you to to reiterate those things.
Right. And well, first of all, this is with Steve. They focus on, for the most part, 4 cities. Chicago, New York, Houston, Los Angeles. What are those 4 cities? Those are 4 cities with black mayors.
Right. All Democrats?
All Democrats. Right. And so what happened, they came across the border. It started with Governor Abbott. Governor Abbott started busing them to these 4 cities, destabilize these cities. And then when you think about it, it was a wicked plan that he did, because what you did, you targeted the 4 largest cities when you had these black mayors. So number one, you destabilized those cities. It's going to be votes. But number 2, you sent the signal out to tell people to think that, hey, these black mayors don't know how to govern. And so I'm the only.
State Senate gives the green light to the Green Light Bill. This measure gives undocumented immigrants the right to a driver's license. 12 other states already have similar laws in place. Newsroom with what is next for this bill in New York. Allie?
Well, Christine, Governor Cuomo has maintained he supports the policy, but would only sign the bill if it does not unintentionally expose undocumented immigrants to federal authorities.
Ayes 33, nays 29. The bill is passed.
Cheers erupt in the Senate chambers as the Driver's License Access and Privacy Act, also known as the Green Light Bill, passes.
Today's vote helps support the promise of the American dream.
How would a county clerk know if a foreign document is real?
They're already being trained. They're already receiving funding. So this is nothing new to either DMV or county clerks.
Proponents say the bill would lower the number of uninsured people, improve safety on the road, and generate nearly $84 million in government revenues over the first 3 years. Its critics argue the legislation would circumvent federal law and encourage illegal immigration.
Your bill gives a green light to fraud, danger, and ultimately illegal immigrants voting. You'll be green lighting New York becoming a sanctuary state.
Undocumented immigrants should not fear getting pulled over and being separated from their families.
A recent poll released by Siena College showed more than 50% of New Yorkers surveyed were against allowing undocumented immigrants to get driver's licenses. Now the bill goes to Governor Cuomo, who has said he would only sign it into law if the state solicitor general determines there are sufficient safeguards to prevent federal authorities from accessing the DMV database.
If we pass a bill that winds up targeting undocumented, then shame on all of us.
Legislators say undocumented immigrants will have to follow the same requirements as all licensed drivers in New York, which includes having auto insurance. In the newsroom, Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Documented people can now apply for California IDs. Action News 8 reporter Brisa Colon has more on the local impact.
On Friday, Governor Gavin Newsom signed AB 1766 into law, allowing undocumented people in California to apply for California IDs. This will allow about 1.6 million people the ability to open a bank account, obtain benefits, access health care, secure housing, employment, and much more. Everything requires a California ID. If we don't have that, we can't do anything. For us, it's a lot of help, like to buy a car. Well, I haven't even seen a single undocumented person buy a house, but maybe it can happen now. Tranquilina says even the smallest things like returning items at the store is a challenge without an ID. An example, if I go to the store and I buy something for my kids and we try it on at home and it doesn't fit, I can't return it because it requires a California ID. For Teresa, a street vendor selling tamales, this new law is life-changing as she has been trying to buy a home for 3 months and has had no luck. I'm very emotional if it's real because when I used to try and do things, I wasn't accepted, and now I'm very happy. Hopefully that it's real and happens. I can't believe it.
Was mayor. And in doing so, placing us squarely as a national leader in protecting the civil rights and human rights of our immigrant and refugee communities. Last month, when the City Council passed our updated Welcoming City Ordinance, I said, it's time. My fellow Chicagoans, today the Trump administration made its latest play against our cities by yet again targeting our immigrant and refugee communities through its usual fear-mongering and xenophobia. We will not be bullied, period. Especially by a bully like President Trump, who trades in hatred and scare tactics. To all our neighbors and friends, I want you to know that Chicago stands with you and will always fight to keep you safe. We are a welcoming city and proud of it.
Welcome to El Paso. Welcome to my community, to the new Ellis Island, to the capital of the border.
That's what we are going to fight for. Fight, work, and experience the American dream.
El alcalde Eric Adams dice que para eso vamos a luchar, para que ustedes tengan el derecho a trabajar y el derecho al sueño americano. Amén.